So you want to start a meditation practice. So let me share what you absolutely shouldn't do. About 15 years ago, I went to my first meditation retreat in a very glamorous spot on the west coast of Mexico, and I was terrified. And it was an early morning practice. I think it was before breakfast. Unheard of, ungodly hour for me. I am not a morning person. I am absolutely a night owl, and mornings and I are not always on good terms. And I went to this practice, and it was an hour's meditation. I had never meditated successfully in my life. I had spent 7 years going to a Buddhist meditation session every week, dutifully trying to empty my brain and thinking, wow, I'm dreadful at this. I can't do this. Why is everyone else looking so zen and chill and calm, and I'm sitting here either falling asleep or bored out of my brain? There must be something wrong with me. I must be doing it wrong. Turns out I wasn't doing it wrong. I just hadn't found the right kind of meditation for my brain type. So bear that in mind when you're picking the type of meditation you need. And 10 minutes in, my bum started to hurt. I felt really uncomfortable. And I thought, I can't do this. I've got to get out of here. And I was in the middle of the hall. And I was sat next to someone who was a very zen yogi. I moved and the floorboard squeaked. And every time I moved, the floorboard just went. And I thought, uh-oh, I'm stuck here. I can't move. I have to stay here because if I move, I'm going to disrupt meditation for everybody else. And there were 40 people in that room. I was like, okay, this is even more scary. I just have to sit here. So I stretched out my legs, uncrossed my legs, and I just endured. And somewhere in that endurance, in my grumpiness, in my frustration with myself, I let go. And I got a glimpse of what meditation could be for me. And that glimpse was enough to sustain me for the years that followed. And I was also the fool that set a sankalpa, an intention that I wanted to practice. Now, anyone who knows anything about sankalpas is that they should be time-bound, and they should be smart, and they should be specific. Do not do what I did, which was, I just want to practice. 15 years later, I'm still practicing, and I still am finding myself adding to my practice, and my practice is expanding, which is something I cherish greatly, but also probably not always the most convenient part of my life. And in my early years, I started meditating on the tube, on the underground, for those of you who are not in London. And I set myself a bargain, 10 to 12 minutes a day. And if I was able to get a seat in the morning and do 10 to 12 minutes a day, my reward was I didn't have to do work emails on my BlackBerry on my way home. I could actually treat myself to reading from my novel, my Kindle book, or whatever it was, but just not have to work.